Hello, assalamu alaikum. What's up? Is the lighting is good? Lighting is okay. Yeah, that will be done. So, what to do? Um, I'm facing many problems. About what? About dealing with my English speaking skills. Today, I have to go a place. Don't I have to go? It is I had gone to a place where English speaking skills were necessary. Learning course, English learning course. So they told to give presentation to everyone as a team of consisting four members. So I was presenting a topic that is can teamwork helps to learning English? How? But I was not satisfied about what I did in the presentation. I was reading out my script, not saying as it my own. My pronunciation is okay at least, but my posture, my gesture is not okay. So that's why I'm here again, and now I have to practice English regularly as much as possible. So this is an important thing for me. So now go to the book. Okay. Write down. Write an essay on diversifying export-based ready-made garments to create more jobs and earn more export revenues with 250 plus minus 10% words. Diversifying export-based ready-made garments to create more jobs and earn more export revenues. Introduction. For many years, Bangladesh has been renowned for its strong ready-made garments RMG sector, which has supported the nation's export economy and greatly increased employment and economic growth. It has recently attempted to diversify its export base in order to sustain a long-term growth and resilience in the face of global economic uncertainties. Aside from RMG means ready-made garments, industries such as agriculture, information technology, pharmaceuticals, tourism, and light engineering have unexplored opportunities for employment creation and greater export revenues. Diversifying for sustainable development. Diversifying the export base beyond Diversifying the export base beyond ready-made garments is essential for Bangladesh sustainable development for several reasons. It reduces the country's vulnerability to external shocks such as changes in international demand, fluctuations in commodity prices, or disruptions in supply chains. Again, expanding into new sectors creates opportunities for technological advancement, skill development, and innovation, fostering a more dynamic and resilient economy. Job creation. One potential sector for diversification is agriculture. Bangladesh has a rich agricultural heritage, and the sector has the potential to create a significant number of jobs, particularly in rural areas. The government can provide support to farmers through initiatives such as training, credit facilities, and marketing assistance, which can help them to increase their productivity and exports. Another potential sector for diversification is IT and software. Bangladesh has a growing pool of skilled IT professionals, and the government can provide support to this sector by investing in infrastructure such as high speed internet and IT park. Bangladesh can also explore opportunities in other areas such as pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and renewable energy. Strategies for diversification. To realize the potential of export diversification, strategic interventions are essential. To realize the potential of export diversification, strategic strategic interventions are essential. Strategic intervention are essential. This includes policy support, infrastructure development, skills enhancement, market exploration, and research investment. Collaborative efforts between government, industry, and academia can drive innovation and competitiveness, competitiveness across sectors. Conclusion: diversifying the export base beyond ready-made garments is essential for economic growth and development. By exploiting the potential of multiple industries, Bangladesh may limit risks, generate jobs, and unleash streams, new revenue streams, positioning itself as a diverse export economy prepared for global success. So, what I have read till now, there was the ready-made garments. How to diversify the export base beyond ready-made garments. That was the thing. That was the theme. That our export base are so much dependent on solely on the export ready-made garments, but we have to diversify our export base to reduce the risk and exploit the economic growth and development. So what to do? We have to further collaborate and need to assess the possibilities that uh, lies in agricultural sector, IT sector, software sector, and many other sector. We have to um, we have to go to them and enhance our economic growth. Not so good. This is not a very good improvement. Okay, let's go to another topic. Write your views as to why do you think, what is this say, why do you think, why do you think, what do you think that your quantitative skills, English and Bangla proficiency, cultural realia, and politeness are fit for appointing yourself to the post of senior officer of a bank? Since I have applied for the post of senior officer, I think the quality related to this post belong to me. In terms of quantitative skills, I have a strong understanding of financial analysis and risk assessment, which has been polished through rigorous study and practical experience. This skill enables me to make informed judgments, manage financial portfolios effectively, and recognize potential dangers in the banking industry. In terms of language competence, I am fluent in both English and Bangla, allowing me allowing me to communicate with a broad range of clients and coworkers. Additionally, I know how important it is to always act politely, whether interacting with clients or co-workers. I have participated in many extracurricular activities, ECA extracurricular activities like poem recitation, acting in my school and college life. I am so confident that I can use this strength to effectively contribute to the bank's goal and maintain its reputation and excellence. Thank you very much. Okay, now we have to go section D. Comprehensive. Read carefully. Comprehension. Read carefully the given writing. Comprehension. Read carefully the given writing and answer the questions placed below the passages. Computer programmers often remark that computing machines will do any foolish thing they are told to do. The reason for this lies, of course, in a narrow fixation of the corruption machine's intelligence on the details of its perception of its own perceptions, its inability to be guided by any large context. Of the computer intelligence, three related adjectives come to mind: single-minded, literal-minded, and simple-minded. Single-minded, literal-minded, and simple-minded. Single-minded, literal-minded, and simple-minded. Recognizing this, we should at the same time recognize that this single-mindedness, literal mindedness, and simple mindedness also characterizes theoretical mathematics through to a lesser extent. Since since science tries to deal with reality, even the most precise sciences normally work with more or less imperfectly understood approximations, toward which scientists must maintain an appropriate skepticism. 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 I have to highlight this word, skepticism. I don't know what is this. New word. Absolute new word for me. Skepticism. Thus, for instance, it may come as a shock to mathematicians to learn that the Schrödinger equation for the hydrogen atom is not a literally correct description of this atom, but only an approximation to a somewhat correct equation, while somewhat correct equation taking account of spin, magnetic dipole, and relativistic effects. Mathematics must deal with well-defined solutions. Thus, mathematics is to take literally. Give mathematicians a situation that is the least bit ill-defined, and they will make it well-defined, perhaps appropriately, but perhaps inappropriately. In some cases, the mathematician's literal mindedness may have unfortunate consequences. The mathematicians turn the scientist's theoretical assumptions, that is their convenient points of analytical emphasis into axioms, and then take these axioms literally. This brings the danger that may also persuade the scientist to take these axioms literally. The questions central to the Scientific investigation, but intensely disturbing in the mathematical context. What happens if the axioms are relaxed? Is thereby ignored? Questions. Why does the author discuss computing machines in the first paragraph primarily? The author discusses computing machines in the first paragraph primarily to establish a comparison with a single-mindedness, literal-mindedness, and a simple-mindedness exhibited, exhibited, exhibited in theoretical mathematics. I'm not understanding anything what I have just read. What the question is, what the answer is. I'm not understanding any of this. I just understand there is three types of intelligence: single-minded, literal-minded, that is a fact, and simple-minded, that is not so literal. Single-mindedness. Okay, according to the passage, why scientists are skeptical. I don't know what it means. Skeptical toward their equation. According to the passage, scientists are skeptical toward their equations because scientists work to explain real rather than theoretical or simplified situations. Which assumptions, which assumption the scientists make about the scientific arguments? The scientists assume the promises of their arguments may change. Mention the most nearly meaning of axioms in line 15. According to the passage, mathematicians present a danger to scientists for which reason? Mathematicians presented a danger to scientists because because mathematicians may convince scientists that theoretical assumptions are fact. I'm not in this moment. I'm not understanding what this in my mind. There is many thoughts right now happening, so I'm not going through the moment, not understanding what it said, not trying to understand. Just wanna say English, that's why I'm saying English. Not a very big deal. Okay. If anyone asks me anything, why I can be keep a good communication with him or her, that's not a very good deal. Huh? My posture, my gesture, my pronunciation, my sentence structure, my presentation skills, my English speaking skills, my fluency, my confidence, my literally everything is need to be skill up. I'm not as good as I want me to be. That's why it's me who is not growing up in my eyes. I can't even make an eye contact with myself. This is a fault for me. I'm feeling stupid. I'm feeling average. I'm feeling literally down. Why? I have just finished. I have finished my bachelor's almost 1 years back. Now I'm doing my master's in disaster management. Why I'm not able to speak fluently in English with confidence? That's a very huge lacking of me. So what did you? Regularity, consistency, hard work is the key. I have to speak as much as more as possible. That's the way. Only the way that is the solution is to face the problem. The problem is I'm not as fluent or as good so good in English. That's why what to do? To speak. Just speak. What I have to say, speak. What anyone will, if anyone asks me anything in any interview or any other place, I have to speak in English. I have to give them answer. How can I give them answer without be fluent? They will make that will make my impression lower. I have to speak for a long period of time. I have to understand. I have to make understand the people, my clients, my co-workers. So why I'm not able to speak English fluently at this moment of my life? This is the last phase of my academic journey. That's not acceptable. I'm not taking it in a positive way. Yeah, I'm optimistic that I have the potential to overcome the problem, but how much time it will take me to achieve that target? Isn't it so long? Isn't I late? Is this the way to speak like this in front of camera in this moment of my life? Is this progressiveness? No, I'm not progressively achieving anything. I can't even make a average success what others are doing. I'm not hardworking person. I'm not a regular person. I can't be consistent in any moment of my life. This is a problem. My work intensity is very high. When I'm interested in something, I work very hard. My intensity tears up everything in front of me. But whenever I slow down, I just don't only slow down, I stop. I remain silent. I go quiet. That's the problem. I'm not a regular person, but I have to do it. I have to keep that. Sometimes I throw the rope. I have to keep the rope always. Are you understanding me? Hey, are you understanding me? How? Why? Why you are so negatively powered? You have the energy to do anything. Yeah, look at you. You are speaking a lot in front of yourself. If you can speak like this, you can make anything possible. Then why you aren't making any improvements, enhancement? Why? Because you lack of consistency. That's the main point. So you have to be consistent. How? Do it every day. 10% battery, turn on super power saving mode. My battery has only 10% charge remaining, and 24 minutes 07 second has been passed in this video. 25 minutes is okay, or 30 minutes I should continue. Let's see. I can also charge the phone while making the video without disturbing anything, but the charging port are in the last in below the phone, and the phone is standing like this. The charger is here, charging port is here, but the phone is standing like this. So if I make the charging point connected, charger connected here, then the phone will not be able to stand in a good way. But let's try. Let's give it a try. Okay, that's the charger. Oh, the switch has not the. I am wearing a lungi. This was in front of me. I keep my mobile here, and this was in front of me. I was looking for my mobile, but the mobile is in front of me where I am recording myself. Okay, here the charging port goes into the mobile, and the charger is connected. Now, how can I stand it? The charger will be damaged if I stand it like that. What to do? What to do? I can what to do? Okay. Write short notes on the followings: classified loans, I start of agribusiness, Dhaka Elevated Expressway, best practice of demographic dividend, healthcare banking. Read the passage and answer the following questions. Is the lighting making an issue? Okay. I'm so tired. Whole day. Read the following passage and answer the questions below. Management is a set of processes that can keep a complicated system of people and technology running smoothly. Management is a set of processes that can keep a complicated system of people and technology running smoothly. The most central characteristics of management including scheduling, accounting, organizing, staffing, controlling, and problem solving. Leadership is a set of process that generates organizations in the first place or acclimatizes right? Acclimatizes. Acclimatizes. What is this? Acclimatizes them to expressively changing situations. Leadership outlines what the impending should look like. Leadership is a set of process that generates organizations in the first place or acclimatizes them to expressively changing situations. Leadership outlines what the impending should look like, brings into line people with that vision and inspires them to make it happen despite the obstacles. This distinction is absolutely crucial for our purpose here. Successful transformation is 70 to 90% leadership and only 10 to 30% management. Successful transformation is 70 to 90% leadership and only 10 to 30% management. So, leadership is very much important comparison with compared to management. So, leadership is very important. So, to build up the leadership quality, you need to be a leader. You need to thought like a leader. A leader who is not just order things. A leader that can take everyone together. Okay, yet for historic motives, numerous organizations today don't have much headship. Headship, leadership, headship, headship. And almost everyone thinks about the problems here as one of managing change. For most of this century, as we created thousands and thousands of large organizations for the first time in human history, we didn't have enough good managers to keep all those bureaucracies functioning. Thus, many companies have academies developed management programs, and hundreds and thousands of people were stimulated to learn managing on the job, and they did. But people were taught little, taught, teach, taught, 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 teach, taught. People are taught little about leadership. To some degree, management was emphasized because it's easier to teach than leadership. But even more so, supervision, supervision was the chief item on the 20th century outline because on the 20th century outline because that's what was needed for every entrepreneur of business builder who was a leader. We needed hundreds of managers to run their ever growing enterprises. Regrettably for us today, this importance on management has often been long-standing in corporate cultures that dishearten workers from learning how to lead. Ironically, past success is usually the key ingredient in producing these outcome. The condition, as I have perceived it on many cases, goes like this. Victory creates some degree of market supremacy, which in turn produces much progress. After a while, keeping the ever larger managerial competencies are nurtured, nurtured with a robust importance on supervision, but not on headship, administration, and an inward focus takeover. But with continued success, the result mostly on market dominance, the problem often goes unaddressed, and unhealthy or arrogance begins to evolve. All of these features then make any renovation a struggle much more problematic. Arrogant managers can inwardly Arrogant managers can over-evaluate their current performance and competitive position, listen poorly, and learn slowly. Inwardly focused employees can have difficulty seeing the very forces that present threats and opportunities. Bureaucratic cultures are smoother those who want to respond to shifting conditions, and the lack of leadership leaves no for inside these organizations to break out the morass, morass, break out the morass. Why, according to the author, is a distinction between management and leadership crucial? So the question was, why is a distinction between management and leadership crucial? Here they ask the question like this, that why, according to the author, is a distinction between management and leadership conflict crucial? Why did companies and universities develop programs to prepare managers in such a large number? Explain. How has the author defined management? Why does the attention of large organizations turn inward? Why people are taught little about leadership in management programs? Explain. Translation. Patriotism is a quality that inspires men to do everything just and fair for well-being and betterment of the country. It is the quality that impels a man that impels impels a man to sacrifice his own interest, comfort, pleasure, and even his life. Patriotic zeal. Patriotic zeal makes a man dutiful. He cannot see it idle. He is energetic and enthusiastic to work for the country. He obeys the laws, pays taxes and thinks for the betterment of the country. Patriotism is a quality that teaches a man fellow feeling, fraternity, love and sympathy for the countryman. A patriotic man gets pleasure in removing the suffering and sorrow in his fellow men. He devotes his time and energy to develop, 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 develop. Why? Why you are develop? Develop the country, its culture and civilization, its economic and political systems. On the contrary, a man devoid of patriotic zeal engages all his time in achieving his main end. Modern technology and globalization. Advances in technology are one of the main reasons that globalization has escalated in the past decade. In information and communication technology (ICT), innovations have become smaller in size, more efficient, and often more affordable. The tens of technological changes have fueled the globalization. It has brought about innovation and interaction between nations that were not possible before. That has led to some of the greatest interventions that revolutionized trade, communications, and interaction to a whole new level and increased globalization. As Thomas Friedman said, globalization is not a choice. Basically, 80% of it is driven by technology. Globalization is not a choice. Basically, 80% of it is driven by technology. According to Cable 1995, transportation costs are falling with improved physical communication with the help of improved technological advancement in telecommunication, computing, fiber optics, and satellites, which has resulted in the speeding up of information flow and transportation of goods across nations more quickly and efficiently. Joseph's computer has called it is a glaze of creative destruction. Take for instance, transportation system wouldn't have been made possible without the invention of steam engine in 1796, a problem solved by James Watt. The diffusion of steam engine technology to streamline ships with the help of propulsion technology and the introduction of jet aircraft in 1950s brought about new dynamics of globalization, which has expansion to take place and caused global shrinkage in terms of distance. The internet or World Wide Web has been the biggest thing to come out of information technology comprising a global web. Information technology advancement. The internet or World Wide Web has been the biggest thing to come out of information technology advancement. The internet has been described as a decentralized global medium of communication comprising a global web of linked networks and computers. As people across countries can trade, as people, where was I? As people across countries can trade and comprising a global web of linked networks as people across countries can trade and communicate instantaneously. For example, email has allowed instantaneously. For example, email has allowed instant communication through the World Wide Web. World Wide Web, on the other, has made world one as countries can now trade with each other, albeit possible due to cost effectiveness, technological advancement. Modern technology like the internet has given rise to e-commerce. E-commerce that refers to business conducted through means of electronic communication networks like internet. That has brought about new dynamics to the globalization of businesses. Another sector that has seen the biggest impact because of technological globalization is the financial sector. Her diffusion of information-based technology has made possible people around the world to trade 24/7. World to trade 24/7 trading has moved to electronic system from the physical system, making money move more efficiently and on a faster level, thus allowing more participation of those people who are connected with the internet. Modern technology has also impacted the culture globalization with inventions like telephone has made it feasible for anyone to talk to each other regardless of where they are geographically in the world. Mobile phone has made possible to make a call, receive email, text, and even allow video call. It is due to technological advancement made in the field of communication. As seen, no countries are now really apart. TV, on the other hand, has connected parts of world where they feel and see without having to leave the room. On TV, by just a touch of the remote button, people can explore world on different channels. It is made of available because of internet communication advances. Communication technology has brought the world closer and people closer regardlessly world closer and people closer regardless of where they are in the world. As Friedman pointed out that 80% of the globalization is technology driven, the technological development made in areas like communication and the invention of telephone and mobile phones, all with the help of satellites, has made help remove the time and distance that has excited before. Transportation, on the other hand, has allowed trade to take place more efficiently and cost effectively with the help of the container ships, jet airplane, and electric trains. It has helped facilitate growth between nations as countries are able to take advantage of their comparative advantages as large goods can be exported and imported between countries. Without this technological advancement, globalization would not be made possible or even achieved. Section A. Section A. Section A. Section A. Focus writing in English. I will focus on the accent later. I need to be more clear in my words pronunciation, how I am pronouncing the word. Write an essay on growing need for vocational training to develop skilled professionals. Growing need for vocational training to develop skilled professionals. Growing need for vocational training to develop skilled professionals. Introduction. I'll speed up. Let's say as much as fast you can say it. Vocational education refers to a system or course of study which prepares individuals for jobs that are based on manual and practical activities. Vocational education is traditionally non-academic in nature. It is totally related to a specific trade, occupation, or vocation. Since it is based on vocation, it is called vocational education. Until the end of 20th century, the aim of vocational education was to focus on a specific trade such as automobile, mechanic, and welder. So it is related to the activities of lower social classes. But with the development of economies worldwide, the labor market has become more specialized. So demand of vocational professionals is required more than ever in different sectors in both government and non-government sectors. Vocational and traditional education. Vocational education is also known as occupational or technical education. Vocational or career education programs prepare and train their students in specialized skills for specific career fields using hands-on training. While traditional education programs tend to focus on broader learning opportunities designed to educate students in theory, decision making, and conceptualization. There are many great careers available that do not require a 4-year honors, masters, or doctorate degrees, but especially for those with highly specialized skills. No one can disagree that there is a need for heating repair technicians, auto mechanics, trained medical personnel, hairstylists, and computer repair technicians. Many people consider these careers as great job as well. On the other hand, traditional education providers masters or doctorate degrees. Education provides master's or doctorate degrees. In some cases, the students don't get their desired jobs as the jobs opportunities are on the wane because of the advent wane wane on the wane because of the advent of science and technology. But the vocationally trained students can gain their desired jobs, or they can start their own business as they have specific hands-on training. The growing need for vocational education. Education is a process which empowers a student to think for himself or herself and make his or her decisions in life. However, the present education system puts emphasis on no rote learning and unhealthy competition. This often leads students to depression and even suicide at times. So, in order to keep up with the market demands of Bangladesh, demand for vocational education programs is increasing and employers also seek people who are from specific skills. A reason to choose a vocational education. There are many good reasons for a student to choose a vocational education. There are as follows: having a career in mind. Number one, having a career in mind. As vocational education offers a wide spectrum of programs and you have a chance to earn a degree or diploma without an extra admission headaches of tradition of colleges and universities. You have also a specific career in a specific field. Number two, specialized programs for career in high demand. Most vocational institutions have a strong relationship with top professionals and employers in different fields. This means that the program they offer and the curriculum for those programs are fine-tuned to make sure that they meet the needs of the current marketplace. Number three, hands-on training. In vocational institutions, you can learn from the instructor with a depth of experience in the fields they teach. So there is a chance to work and learn practically and utilize them later in job sectors or in related fields. Number four, less duration to learn. Academic education is time consuming and takes a lot of time to complete, while vocational education is easy to achieve and takes less time to complete training on specific fields. So, within a short time, vocational education can make a person fit for the marketplace. How vocational education is beneficial. Vocational education and training is so short of introduction as it gets employees ready for the workplace, and the employees get their desired jobs. Vocational education, as the term itself denotes that the students are specialized and therefore they have more chances of employment as compared to others. Many students who are in dilemma whether they should attend college or not, vocational education really opens a completely new door. Vocational education helps people in doing better performance in their jobs as they acquire a practical learning experience. Working professionals have a chance to use their skills while making money. Vocational education, in other word, job oriented education helps the people in becoming skilled in a particular field at a comparatively lower age. Those who want to set up a small establishment of their own can enjoy the benefits of vocational education. Moreover, the theory of universal syllabus for education does not suit every country. Every country or area has its own needs, and thus education into practice. It helps the people in picking up modern methods of farming or other related traditional vocations. Need for vocational education in Bangladesh perspective. Bangladesh, our country, is filled with many social, economic, political problems. With its vast population, it is lagging behind. It faces problems in creating jobs for the highly educated people, let alone for the people of little education or no education. Universities also churn out churn out thousands of graduates and postgraduates every year. These men and women, after acquiring the degrees, consider themselves fit for white collared jobs only. These young people find themselves unemployed or unsuitable for many jobs. So, in this respect, vocational education can play a vital role and make the youth on the people self-reliant or suitable for particular jobs where they are in high demand, as they can achieve vast practical knowledge through this. Unemployment problem can be solved by this education to make to great extent. Conclusion: the need for vocational education in a country like Bangladesh, is undeniable and very urgent. The government is also planning to establish vocational education institutions and has already established some and gone through some steps so that the youth can have vocational education very smoothly and strongly. The day is not far off when there will be no unemployment in the country, and we shall be able to usher in an era where every head is high, where every hand is busy, and where every heart is happy. Wow. Hmm? The day is not far off when there will be no unemployment in the country, and we shall be able to usher in an era where every head is high, every hand is busy, every heart is happy. What a line! Very good line. 53 minutes. 7 minutes more. Oh, not more. No more tree. Bye bye, I love us.